Hi, my name is Matt Kloskowski, and I'd like to first congratulate you on selecting Photoshop Elements to do more with your digital photos. Over the next 15 minutes, Dave Cross and myself are going to give you an overview of what you can do with the new Adobe Photoshop Elements 4 to make your photos look their best. So sit back, relax, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I'd like to begin this overview by starting out where you're going to be starting, and that is getting your photos from your camera or your card reader onto your computer. Now fortunately, Photoshop Elements makes this really easy for us because as soon as you attach your camera or card reader to the computer, the photo downloader window that you see here will automatically appear. Now by default, all of the photos are going to be selected for download. If there's any that you don't want to download, just uncheck the checkbox below each photo thumbnail. You can also adjust the size of the thumbnails by dragging the slider to the left or to the right to make them smaller or larger. On the right side of the screen, you're going to see an area called Save Files. This area lets you determine where you want to save your photos onto the computer, and it also lets you rename the photos as they're downloading. But keep in mind that Photoshop Elements takes care of all this for us, so you don't have to change these options. Just know that they're there in case you want any added flexibility. The last thing I'd like to cover in this window is the new feature in Photoshop Elements 4, and that is the ability to automatically fix red eyes. We've all had photos that have been affected by red eye before. Well, now you can fix that right as they're downloading onto your computer. To use this option, just check Automatically Fix Red Eyes. When you're done, you're ready to start the download process, so just click on the Get Photos button, and we'll see a progress bar that's letting us know that Photoshop Elements is downloading the photos onto the computer. After that, you're going to see another progress bar that lets you know that Photoshop Elements is indeed trying to fix the red eye in your photos. Now once this process is done, you'll see another window letting you know that red eye was indeed found and fixed in some of these photographs that you just downloaded. Click on OK, and the download process is now done. Next, let's take a look at how we can use the photo browser to find, view, and organize our photos. Once the photo downloader is done running, you'll notice that you're in a window called New Photos. This window shows you the photos that you just downloaded onto the computer. A good place to go from here is into Review mode, where you can see a full screen view of your photos. To do that, just click the full screen view button, and that'll launch Review mode. Once you're in here, you can use the thumbnails along the right hand side of the screen to change the photos that you're looking at. The nice part about reviewing your photos this way is that you can not only just see the photos, but you can actually do things to them. If you notice this photo needs to be rotated, well, I can click the rotate icon and rotate it right here. I can also delete any photos that I don't want any longer. Under the Action menu, I can look at some various ways that I can fix my photos right inside Review mode. I've got an Auto Smart Fix that allows me to adjust the color, contrast, or lighting of a photo. I can also attach a tag to a photo right here. And then finally, I can mark photos for printing, which is a great feature because it keeps me from having to remember or write down which photos I want to print or share. After this, I can go into side-by-side view, and this lets me see my photos next to each other. So if I can click on one photo, and then scroll on the right-hand side and change the photo that appears next to it, and this gives me a good way to see which photos I like better than another. Once I'm done with this mode, just click the small X button, that's the exit button, and that'll take you right back into the photo browser. Once you're here, click on the Back to All Photos button, and this will take you from looking at just the new photos to all the photos in your photo browser. Now keep in mind here that the Photoshop Elements will sort these photos based on the time and the date in which they were taken. It's going to show the newer ones at the top and the older ones at the bottom. If you want to change this, just click the small pop-up menu at the bottom of the screen, and you can change it to a view that better suits you. Another way to view your images is to use the timeline slider. This slider basically gives you a time span view of all the photos in your photo browser. It's a great way to really zero in on specific photos based on when they were taken, no matter how many photos or how much time spans your entire catalog. To use it, just click the slider and move it over the year and the month of the photos that you want to look at. You can also click on Date View, and this will open up a calendar that lets you view your photos based on the calendar date. To get back to the photo browser, just click on the photo browser button, and that'll get back to the view that you started in. Another useful way to find, view, and organize your photos is called tagging. Tagging basically ensures that you never have to worry about the file name of a photo again. If you look in the Tags tab, you can see that we can tag our photos based on people, places, events, or any other custom categories that you might have. You can look under the photo thumbnail and you can see what tags have already been applied to your photos as well. To use tagging, just click on the New Tagging button, pick on a category, and I'm going to choose Places here, and then I'm going to type in Aquarium. Now this is an aquarium tag that I want to hold all the aquarium photos that I just added before. So I'm going to select all these photos and then just drag them over the aquarium tag. Photoshop Elements will apply this tag to all those aquarium photos. So now if I ever want to just view the aquarium photos, just click on the small box to the left of the aquarium tag, and now I can restrict my view to only those aquarium photos. To get back to all the other photos, just click the Back to All Photos button. Now another new feature in Photoshop Elements 4 is called face tagging. Basically, one of the main ways that people categorize their photos is based on the people or the faces within those photos. So if I were to select several photos in my photo browser and click on Find Faces for Tagging, Photoshop Elements will find all of the faces within these photos. This makes it really easy for me to just apply tags to them right here. Essentially, tagging is just a quick, easy way to find, view, and organize your photos.
Now that Matt has shown you how to find and organize your photos more easily, let's take a look at the two levels of editing control, Quick Fix and Standard Edit Mode. We're going to select one of our photos here in the photo browser and go under the Edit in the menu bar to go to Quick Fix. Now Quick Fix, as the name suggests, is ideal for fixing quick little issues that you want to change very easily. However, in Photoshop Elements 4, there is a brand new tool, which is very useful, the Magic Selection Brush tool. And this lets you indicate the area you want to adjust. So I'm just going to take this tool and just kind of scribble over the range of colors that I want it to select. And it will automatically make a selection for me. And now I'll only be adjusting that area. So as you can see here, shirt is selected. I could, for example, take the hue slider and very simply and easily change the color of his shirt just like that. That's one part of Quick Fix. The other part, if I just switch photos here, is Smart Fix. And this is a great command, very simple to use. Just click the Auto button. It makes some calculations and just simply improves your photograph. As you'll see when we look at the before and after, look at how much more saturated the colors are and how much brighter everything is. Now you could just leave it at that, just simply clicking Auto, or you can also do manual adjustments, adjusting the shadows and highlights or even the saturation even a little bit more. So that's just a real quick look at Quick Fix. Now let's take a look at Standard Edit Mode. We get to Standard Edit Mode the same way in the photo browser. I'm going to click on the images that I want to work on and then go up to the menu bar to Edit, and this time go to Standard Edit Mode. So while Quick Fix is good for fixing quick little issues, Standard Edit Mode takes it to a whole nother level of the various things you can do. For example, I have this photo and I want to add to it by taking the dog from here and taking it into the other photo. We'll do that very easily with a new tool in Photoshop Elements 4 called the Magic Extractor. And what this lets me do is indicate the area I want to keep simply by doing kind of a rough brush stroke and then switching to the other paintbrush tool, which allows me to indicate the area that I no longer want. I hit the preview button to see what it looks like. Looks great. Click OK. And now all I simply have to do is take the Move tool, drag and drop, and then add the dog in the picture just like that. And that's just a very simple example of the kind of things we can do combining photos in Standard Edit Mode. Here's another great new tool in Photoshop Elements 4 to deal with skin tone issues. This is a great photo, but everything's a little too bluish just because of the nature of the photo. We'd like his skin tone to look a little more natural. So I simply go under Enhance, Adjust Color, and then Adjust Color for Skin Tone. It couldn't be much simpler than this. You simply take the built-in eyedropper and just click on his face. And just like that, look at how it adjusts the whole photo. We can turn the preview on and off. Here's before, here's now. It's a subtle change, but a very important one because, of course, flesh tones are very important. Another command which is very useful is for dealing with problem photos like this where it's just very underexposed. Could have used a little more flash, but we didn't, so we want to try and improve that. So we go to Enhance, Adjust Lighting, Shadows, Highlights. And look at that, I haven't done anything yet, I've just opened it. If I use the preview again, look at how much better it is, and if I can even lighten the shadows even that much more. And again, take advantage of the preview to see the before and after, and by doing that we've taken a photograph that really needed some help and made it much, much better simply with one command. Another great new function in Photoshop Elements 4 is for photos like this one. Nice photograph of a sunset, but if you look at the line of horizon and the ocean, it's not quite straight, and we want to straighten that very easily, and we do that with the straighten tool. It couldn't be much easier than this. You simply click and drag along whatever is supposed to be straight. Once you've got that the way you want, you simply let go, and look at that. I can barely say it fast enough. It's so quick. It's straightened and it's done. So that just gives you a bit of an idea of the kind of things that are possible to do in standard edit mode. So with Quick Fix, it's an easy way to make common adjustments. Standard edit mode gives you even more adjustments and all kinds of special effects. And between those two edit modes, you can do just about everything you can possibly imagine to enhance and improve your photos.
The last area in this overview that we're going to cover is sharing and showing your photos. First, let's take a look at one-click printing. Photoshop Elements allows you to send prints to yourself, your family, or your friends right from within the photo browser. If you look at the Order Prints palette, you'll see that I've got several contacts already set up. If you're just starting out, you want to create your own contacts by clicking on the New button. Enter in your contact information and you're ready to go. Now select your photos from the photo browser. You can select one or multiple photos and just drag them on top of that contact name in the Order Prints palette. Once you do that, you'll see the Confirm Order button appears and the number of photos to be ordered will be displayed next to the person's name. Just click on the Confirm Order button and the prints will be sent to that contact. Next, let's take a look at Photo Mail. Emailing is a very popular way to share your photos, and Photoshop Elements makes this even easier because it automatically adds your photos to an email for you, so you don't have to worry about things like attachments. Another nice feature about it is that it lets you add themes to these emails as well, so you can add various graphics, borders, or frames to make the photos look even better. To use this feature, you'll want to select a few photos from your photo browser. I've got a baseball tag that I created that has several baseball photos in it, so I'm just going to select a few of those photos, and in the menu bar, I'm going to click on the Share button. Under that, I'm going to click Email. This is going to open up a screen that lets me pick who I want to send this email to. Click on the Next button, and here you can choose a theme for this email. So since I have baseball photos, I'm going to choose the baseball theme under Sports and Hobbies. Click on the Next Step button once again, and here you can choose a layout for the email. Once you've done that, click on the Next button again, and Photoshop Elements will actually start generating an email and put the photos right into this email for you. At this point, your email program will automatically open up with the photos ready to go. All you need to do is click on the Send button and send this off to whoever you chose. Alright, finally let's cover slideshows. A slideshow is a great creative and entertaining way to show and share your photos with other people. Fortunately, in Photoshop Elements you can create one in just a few minutes, so let's take a look here. I'm going to open up the photo browser, select the photos that you want to put into a slideshow, and click the Create button in the menu bar. Make sure you choose Slideshow and click on OK. Photoshop Elements will then launch the Slideshow Editor. Once you're in here, you can add various enhancements to the slideshow. If you click on the Add Media button, you can add photos and videos or even music to a slideshow. Over in the Extras area, you can add graphics, text, or voice narration to a slideshow to really personalize the effect. Next, in the Properties palette, you can enable pan and zoom effects for a slide, or select all slides and enable pan and zoom effects for all the slides at once. Then if you click on the small icon between each slide, you can adjust the transition or the move from one photo to another. If you click the pop-up menu, you'll see that there's a number of preset effects for you to choose from right inside Photoshop Elements. Once you're done and you're ready to preview your slideshow, just click on the Preview button and you'll be launched into the preview mode where you can click on Play to actually play the slideshow. After that, you're ready to send the slideshow to someone. Click on the Output button and you'll see you have a variety of formats that you can send to someone. I've also included a quick sample that you can take a look at here. Well, that's about it for this overview. Again, congratulations on selecting Adobe Photoshop Elements 4 to do more with your digital photos. If you've got any questions, be sure to visit adobe.com or check out photoshopelementsuser.com for some great tutorials on how to use Photoshop Elements. Good luck, enjoy, and we hope you have a great time making your photos look their best.